Hello students, in this video we will discuss about some of the numericals from the product of vectors. Means in this product of vectors we discussed about dot product and cross product. That dot product of two vectors, that is the dot product. Let me recall what we have discussed. In the dot product of two vectors, we are writing like this: A dot B, and the result is the product of magnitudes of the two vectors, cosine of the angle between the two vectors, and this result is a scalar. So that's why it is also called as the scalar product. And some of the properties of this dot product we already discussed. Then the most important property we discussed, that if the dot product of two vectors is 0, then these two vectors are mutually perpendicular. We can say that the two vectors are mutually perpendicular, isn't it? Next, in this part also we discussed the dot product of two vectors in their component forms. Then when you do the dot product in component forms, what is the result you are getting? If your A is a vector which is ax I cap, ay j cap, az k cap, this is the rectangular components along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and B is a vector which is equal to bx I cap, by j cap plus bz k cap, that is given. Then when you do this A dot B, then what are you getting? In this part, I dot I remain, means the dot product of two equal vectors remain, means I dot I remain, j dot j remain, k dot k remain. Means it there. The dot product of I and j, I and k, j and I, j and k and I, k and j, they are 0. So the final result is a product of coefficients of I cap plus coefficients of j cap, that is ay, by, and coefficients of k cap, az, bz. That result we got. Then this is about the dot product. Then we discussed about the cross product. So what is that cross product? In this cross product we discussed about the cross product. Then A cross B, the symbol is a cross between the two vectors, then it is called as a cross product. When you do this cross product, A cross B is equal to the product of the magnitudes of the two vectors, sine of smaller angle between the two vectors, and multiplied with a unit vector. Means this is the magnitude part and this is the direction part. This gives direction, this is the magnitude. This is the magnitude. And what about this direction? This direction is perpendicular to the plane containing A and B, and the sense of the direction means in what direction it is pointed. That can be known by your right hand thumb rule, or you can use the right hand screw rule. So in this case, suppose in this case A and B are the two vectors are given, then if theta is the angle, and if you are doing A cross B, then what is the direction of this A cross B? The direction of A cross B is perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. Where this A and B? In which plane? On this board plane. On this board plane, your A and B are there. So it is perpendicular to this plane. So one can say along this direction, or one can say in this direction, upward or downward or inward, isn't it? So upward or inward, that can be determined by right hand thumb rule. And how we can determine? By right hand thumb rule. Let me use the right hand thumb rule. Then also you can use the right hand screw rule. So if you are finding A cross B, then call your fingers of right hand in the direction from A to B, because you are doing A cross B. So if you call the fingers in the direction of A to B, the erect thumb gives the direction of the resultant or the end cap. This gives the direction of end cap. So this is your cross product. And remember one thing, while doing the cross product, that is most important, that you should obey the properties. Properties means the first one is does not obey the commutative law. Means you cannot make A cross B is equal to B cross A, because that does not obey commutative law, or cross product is not commutative. So while dealing with cross product, we should be more cautious compared to dot product, because the result in the dot product is a scalar, and scalar has only one thing, that is the magnitude. But when you do the cross product, it has both the things. It is because the result is a vector. Both the things means for a vector, this result is a vector, it has magnitude and direction. So that's why while doing the cross product, we should be very much cautious. Clear? So these are the discussion, or these are the properties and some of the points from our dot product and cross product we have discussed in our last videos. Now by using this dot product and cross product with this idea, now I will solve some of the problems or examples, we can say examples, by using this dot and cross product. Okay, let me start with some examples. Let me erase this one and I will write the problem, then I will solve the problem. How we will solve this one, you watch the video and try to solve by yourself. Okay students, let us solve the example number 1. There is a question given, find A dot B, where vector A is given and vector B is given. And if you see this one, the vector A is given in its components form, and that components form means they are in rectangular components. Means I cap, j cap, k cap are the 3 unit vectors along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and these 3 unit vectors are orthogonal unit vectors, orthogonal unit vectors, rectangular unit vectors, what you can use. So that is a given. So now how we will solve this one? Come to the solution. So A and B is given. Let me write A dot B. What the formula? You know that A dot B, if in component form is given. Again in the last section I discussed that when A and B are given, then when you find this in component forms, then this will be if Ax is the x component of vector A into Bx, x component of B vector, plus Ay, y component of vector A multiplied with y component of B, plus z component of A multiplied with z component of B. That is the formula, direct formula. We discussed this one, right? In our videos we discussed, and now I discussed about this in our before starting the example. So now you do the direct thing is that here you see, first you understand what Ax, what Ay, what Az. So let me write in the side. It is not required, don't write in like this in your exam. To understand, I am writing here. Now A is this vector. What is its x component? Means the coefficient of I cap. That is the x component of A. Means Ax is equal to, what is the coefficient of I cap? Because I cap is along x axis. So Ax is equal to 2. Then what is Ay? The coefficient of j cap, because j cap is along the unit vector along y axis. That is a AY. That's why I am showing that is a AY. So which one? This is a, remember, -1. That is important because this can be written as plus of -1. It is always xi cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. So we are always considering plus. But it is given there is a minus j cap. So you have to take -1. That is the important thing you have to remember. Then what is z? Az. What is the coefficient of k cap? 3. Similarly, what is bx? The x component of b, 1. This is 1 into I cap. Then by, 2. Then bz, 1. What is the coefficient of k cap? 1. So now you do this one. A dot b is equal to simply mathematics, and you are familiar with this multiplication. 2 into 1, that is 2 into 1 plus -1 into 2. Let me write -1 into 2 plus 3 into 1. So this is equal to 2 -1 into 2, that is -2 plus 3. So this is equal to 3. That is your A dot B. This is the dot product of the two vectors. What we are finding? What we are getting in this derivation? When you are finding A dot B, these are the two vectors, but you are doing the dot product. The result is a scalar. It is 3. There is no direction. It is only magnitude. So the dot product two vectors is a what? Scalar. So when you are doing this type of things, remember, when you are doing dot product, then you first see what the result you got is, that is a scalar or a vector. If it is a scalar, then it is a correct. Clear? Okay. Next, come to the example number 2. Find the angle between the two vectors given A and B. So how to find the angle between the two vectors? Now if you recall the properties in the discussion of your properties of dot product, then we used, go to the solution. In these properties we have written what? A dot B is equal to AB cos theta. This is our dot product. Then from here, what is this cos theta? A dot B divided by magnitude of A multiplied with magnitude of B. This is the formula. Then is your theta is equal to cos inverse A dot B by magnitude of A multiplied by B. Full bracket. Clear? So theta is equal to cos inverse of this one. Or you can say cos theta equal to this much. From here also you can find what is this theta. Clear? Now to get this theta, I need A dot B, the dot product of these two given vectors A and B. Next, the magnitude of A, the magnitude of B. So to get that, let me find the values in this side. In this side, first let me find A dot B. While finding this A dot B, I will not go in detail because in the last example I have discussed that. Okay. Here A dot B means AX multiplied with BX. Now you tell me what is AX. AX is your 1, coefficient of I cap. What is BX? BX is what? -1. Then plus AY, that is 2, BY 1, coefficient of J cap 1, plus AZ. What is this AZ? -1. AZ is your -1. Then what is BZ? -2. So this is equal to -2. Clear? Why are you putting this -2? Because this is plus of -2. So this is the A dot B. Now you solve this A dot B. This is -1 plus 2. This is minus minus plus into plus 2. So this is equal to 2 plus 2, 4 minus 1, this is your 3. This is your A dot B. Got it? Clear. Now go for the magnitude of A. what this magnitude of A. Let's to know this magnitude of A, let me recall what you discussed. If A is equal to, vector A is equal to, in components form, x, y, y, x, I cap, a, y, j cap, a, z, k cap. Then, the magnitude of A, or simply we are writing A, is equal to square root of, what the formula? Ax square plus ay square plus az square. This is the formula. Okay, then as you know what is this in this given, what is x, ay, az, do the squares, then take the square root. So now this is your a dot b, this is your 3, got this one. Now you go for the magnitude of A. What I will write? A square root, yes, square root, ax square, what is ax square? 1 square, plus ay square, 2 square, plus az square, what is az? Minus 1, yes, minus 1 square. Then what is this? 1 plus 4 plus, what is minus 1 square? 1. So this is root 6, square root of 6, that is my A. Similarly you find this B. Now you do by yourself B. What is this B? You do by yourself. What is this B? I will write here B is equal to square root of minus 1 square plus 1 square plus minus 2 square. Got it? So this is equal to, I will write 1 plus 4 root over. So this is equal to root 6. I got A, B, A dot B. Now I will put this one. So theta is equal to cos inverse A dot B. What is A dot B? 3 divided by, what is magnitude of A? Root 6. What is magnitude of B? Root 6. This is equal to, theta is equal to cos inverse 3 by root 6, or this is equal to, theta is equal to cos inverse 3 by 6, half. Then with this inverse, this is a trigonometry, you will read that in detail in your mathematics, but what, when you got the like this, you check where this cos value is half, where this cos value is half. So let me write in this part, let me erase this part. Where this cos value is half, put that. While doing this one, inverse function, cos inverse, where this cos is half, that is cos 60, isn't it? Cos 60 degree equal to how much? Half. Then cos inverse into cos 60 degree. So you can write theta is equal to cos inverse cos, this is equal to 1. Remember always cos inverse into cos is equal to 1. This is like inverse 1 by x into x. You can write this as x inverse into x. What is this one? X to the power minus 1 plus 1. What is this? X to the power 0. What is this? 1. Like that, cos inverse into cos. We can write x inverse into x, that is 1. Okay. So these are the trigonometry we will discuss in your mathematics. So 1, the rest is 60. So 1 into 60, 60. So this is the angle between the two vectors A and B. Now come to the example number 3. Prove that vector A given and B vector is given are perpendicular to each other. Now you recall in dot product, what is the condition for perpendicularity? Two vectors are said to be perpendicular if their dot product is equal to 0. That is the condition of perpendicularity. Use that condition and solve this example 3. I have written two problems that almost same, so that's why I have written here example 3 and 4. Now I am finding the solution of which one? Solution of example 3. Solution of example 3. Prove that these are perpendicular to each other means first you find A dot B. That's the condition. Now do A dot B. I will not write detail. You will write A is equal to this much, B is equal to this much, then do the dot product. So from here I will do the dot product. Now do the dot product. X, Bx. What is X? 1, Bx 2 plus Ay 2, By minus 1 plus Az 3, Bz. What is Bz? There is no k cap. No k cap means what? We can write this. Can we write 0 into k cap? Can we write 0 into k cap? Yes, it will be there. So there is a 0. So I can put this as a 0. So no need to write this one. It is given 0. So means if you do this A dot B, what are you getting? 2 minus 2. This is obviously 0. So 2 minus 2, that is equal to 0. So we can write this A dot B is equal to 0 means they are perpendicular. Why? Because as for your properties of dot product, A dot B is equal to AB cos theta. If A and B are perpendicular, this theta is 90 degree, cos 90 is 0, so the result is 0. So the result is 0. So you got this result A dot B is equal to also 0. So what you can write? Yes, the two vectors are perpendicular. So prove that. It is already given, means they are perpendicular, means you are doing the dot product, you are getting 0. So it is, you can write here, yes, proved. It is proved. Clear? Like that, go to the solution of example number 4. Like that. Here what is given? Find the value of x, there is some x is there, so that vector A may be perpendicular to the vector B. Means it is given that A dot B is equal to 0. Means A dot B given, I can write this as given that A dot B may be perpendicular means they are perpendicular. So A dot B is equal to 0. If A dot B is equal to 0, now you see what is, where is some x is there? Yes, here is a x in the vector. You have to find this x so that they are perpendicular. Got it? Now you do this A dot B. Again you do this A dot B, what you will get? 2 into 3 x bx 6 plus, let me write detail, 2 into 3 plus minus 3 plus 4 minus 3 into 4 plus 1 into x is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. So this implies, equation is this one, or this implies, because they are perpendicular. So 3 into 2, 6 plus minus 3 into 4, 12. So this is minus 12 plus x into 1, x is equal to 0. Or this implies minus 6, 6 minus 12, minus 6 plus x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 6. It means if we put this x is equal to 6, here x is equal to 6, then these two vectors are perpendicular. That is the reverse case. Means it is given A dot B is equal to 0, you have to find the unknown. Clear? Now come to the example number 5. Find the projection of a vector is given in the direction of a vector B. As already you have discussed how to calculate the projection of a vector along another vector. Means here we will only consider the magnitude of this vector A along the direction of vector B. That is the projection. That is the projection. Is it clear? Is that clear? So let's go for the solution to understand this one. Let us consider this is your vector A. This is a vector A given, and let this is another vector B. They are given in component form. In this part it is asked you find the projection of A, projection of this A in the direction of B. So to get that projection of A in the direction of B, as you know, If this makes an angle theta and B, then to get the projection of A in the direction of B, what we are doing? Draw a perpendicular from A, vector A to the vector B. So now you draw a perpendicular like this. So this is the perpendicular. Where it meets here, this part, this is the projection. This is the projection of A on B. This is the projection of A on B. So to get that, similarly if I will ask you what is the projection of B on A, you do that one in this part. Draw a perpendicular from B on A. Where it meets and at the perpendicular, this is the projection of B on A. Means what? A vector is there. What is its component along the direction of A? As you know, if this is a vector, it has effect in all possible directions. In all possible directions, it has an effect. Then it is asked that if this is the vector, there is another vector is here like this. What is its effect along this direction? That magnitude part. About this example number 5. So what the formula? We got this one to know find this one. What we are doing? The projection of A in the direction of B is given by what that is given by A dot B divided by what? The magnitude of B. Magnitude of B. So this is the projection of A in the direction of B is equal to A dot B by B. Why? A dot B is what? AB cos theta. This already you have discussed in your videos. But to recall, I am doing this one. What is A dot B? AB cos theta divided by B. Get cancelled. What is that one? A cos theta. Go to the figure. If this is the vector A, this is the vector B. If you draw a perpendicular, what this is theta. If A is this one, what the component of A along this direction? A cos theta. What is the component of A along this direction? A cos theta. You got this A cos theta. So projection of A in the direction of B is A cos theta. Projection of B in the direction of A dot B by A. What is B in the direction of A? B cos theta. To get this B cos theta, what I will do? A dot B by A. Clear? So go to this formula like that. Okay, if you are not getting, then you go to your videos to get the projection. So this is equal to, now you do A dot B. Simply do A dot B. What is that A dot B? 2 into 1, 2 into 1, 2 minus 2 plus 1 plus minus 2 into 1 plus 2 into 1 K cap. Coefficients of K cap divided by what is the magnitude of B? Ax square, A is equal to Ax I cap plus Ay j cap plus Az k cap. Then the magnitude of A is equal to square root of Ax square plus Ay square plus Az square. Accordingly, B is this one. What is the magnitude of B? This is equal to square root of Bx square 4. I will put direct. By square 1 root square 1. Bz square 1. So this is equal to what? This is equal to 2 minus 2, 2 minus 2 plus 2 divided by root over 6. Root over 6. So 2 get cancelled. So this is equal to 2 by root over 6. This is the projection of A in the direction of B. Got it? Okay. Now after getting this one, from the same rule, you come to example number 6. Find the component of a vector given 3i cap plus 2j cap along the direction of another vector I cap plus j cap. Here, students, here what is the difference is, here we got 2 by root 6. It is what? Magnitude. Means magnitude of A in the direction of B. If we find, the simple logic is there. So see, this is your A. Or suppose this is your vector A and let this is the vector B. or let me make this is B, this is your A. So it is clear. What is the projection of A along the direction of B? What are you telling here? A along the direction of B, A cos theta. Because this angle is theta, what is the component of A along this direction? Along the direction of B, what is that? A cos theta. It is clear from this last discussion. But here you have to find in vector form. You got the magnitude of A along the direction of B. Then to get the direction, what are you doing? Multiply this magnitude with a unit vector along the direction of what? B. Because you are finding the direction of A along the direction of B. So what I will do here? This is the magnitude of A along B. Then you multiply with what? A unit vector of B. What is the direction of B cap? Along the direction of B. If you multiply that, this is the magnitude, this gives you the direction, and this direction is along vector B. So you got this component of A along the direction of, let's take this is a B. Okay. So what is the formula here? If you take this A and B, then the formula I will use that. We already solved this one. So to recall that, I am doing this part. I will put here direct the formula. The component, vector component you can write. The vector component of A along the direction of B is equal to A dot B divided by, what I will do? The vector component of A along B, direction of B. Projection of A in the direction of B, A dot B divided by magnitude of B. That is clear. Then to get the direction, what I will do here? B cap, unit vector of B. Got it? So if I solve this one, then I will get this value. So I can write this as also A dot B divided by B. What is B cap? B cap equal to vector B divided by magnitude of B. Or we can write this is equal to A dot B divided by B square into vector B. This is the formula. Clear? This is the formula I will use here. Clear? Now let me solve this one. I will put direct, already you know that how to find this A dot B, B square, all these things. So I will put that this is equal to, from here the continuation. A dot B, what is A dot B? Take this as A and this is suppose B. Take this as the vector B. What is A dot B? Multiply 3 into 1, 3 plus 2 into 1, 2, 5 divided by 3 plus 2. A dot B by B square. What is the B square? Means first you find this magnitude of B. What is magnitude of B? What is magnitude of B? Square root of bx square plus by square. 1 square plus 1 square. What is this? Root 2. Are you getting? Root 2. Root 2 whole square. B square into vector B. What is vector B? I cap plus j cap. This is equal to 5 by 2 I cap plus j cap. Okay. So this is the, what is the, on the LHS what you will write? The vector component or the component of vector A along the direction of I cap plus j cap is 5 by 2 I plus j cap. Clear? So now after getting this one, this type of solutions, supposing the same question is asked that find the component of a vector along the direction of I minus j. What you will take here? Consider B is equal to this one, I minus j. So do the same procedure. So the difference is that nothing will change. A vector remains same. If you find this B, it is also same. But the difference is here the vector B, this makes the difference. You only change this minus, minus. Okay. Then you will get the, okay. So this is the change I minus j in this way. So now again another part, A dot B, when you do this A dot B, there is some changes here. 3 into 1, yes, 3 into 1, 3. Then 2, this is minus 1. So 2 into minus 1, you will get minus 2. So you will get this as a 1 by 2. So that is the change. In any way, what is given, you can find the vector component of a given vector along the direction of other vector. Now come to example number 7. Find the cross product of two vectors given. I have given this A and B, I am named so. If it is not given, that also you can take this as A and B. Find this cross product. Now go to the solution part. While doing this cross product, you can make in component forms or also in the determinate form. So I will prefer to use the determinate form because it is easier for us. It is very difficult to recall or to remember or to memorize the formula in a component form. It is very difficult for me and also for you. So I will use the determinate form, which is the easiest one. So to make that determinate form, let me recall that once again. If A is there, if you do A cross B, then the determinant is like this. First row is I cap, J cap, K cap. This is the first row. Then second row will be the coefficients of A, and they should be in a proper sequence. What? First, then the next component will be AX, next row AY, AZ, and that should be below I cap, below J cap, below K cap. Then B, that is equal to BX, BY, BZ. This is the formula for determinant. Then you find the determinant, how you will get the value, that is different thing. But this is the form of writing. Now, in the same one, I will erase one by one. I cap, J cap, K cap, that does not change. Okay. The first row will remain same. Now go to the second row. Here it is AX, AY, AZ. It is not given if the numerical values are given. What is AX? What is AX? The coefficient of I cap, 1. Clear? Then what is AY? Coefficient of J cap. What is that? Minus 2. Plus of minus 2. Then what is K cap? Plus of minus K cap. So this is minus K cap. Don't think that it is 1 minus 2 minus 5. Not like that. It is a row. Right? Then go for Bx, 2. What is By? 1. What is Bz? Minus 4. Isn't it? Now you solve this one. To solve this one, the formula is first you do I cap. Then next is what? Leave the row corresponding to I cap and the column corresponding to I cap. Means I will leave this I cap line, this row, this column. The rest is this one. So I will write minus 2, minus 5, 1, minus 4. That is the first one. Then next part, minus J cap. Because this is a plus, this row is a minus, this one is a plus. So minus J cap. Remember, that is the determinant formula. Minus J cap. Leave that row. Yes, the first row goes because J cap is in this row. J cap is in this row. Then this column, leave. Then rest is what? 1 is there. Minus 5, 2, minus 4. Clear? Then next is plus. Plus, minus, plus. Plus, minus, plus. That is the sequence. Right? Then plus K cap. Leave this row, this column. 1 minus 2, 2, 1. Got it? Let me check. Example 8 is there. I will not be solving this one. Now continue this one. So here, this implies A cross B is equal to multiply that. I cap. Then what is this determinant here? Always left to right, left to right, left to right, right, left to right. Start from left, minus 2, minus 4. Multiply like this. First left to right. So this is a minus 2 into minus 4. Minus 2 into minus 4. Clear? Then minus left to right, left to right. 1 into minus 5. This is the first part. I cap. Then minus j cap, do the same thing, left to right, 1 minus 4, 1 into minus 4. Then 2 minus 5, left to right, 2 into minus of, the minus is there, minus of 2 into minus 5. Then plus k cap, 1 into 1 minus 2 minus of minus 2 into 2. Okay, now you solve the simple mathematics. A cross B is equal to I cap minus 2 minus 4 is equal to 8 plus 8 minus 5 into 1 minus 5 into minus plus 5. Here minus j cap 4 into minus 4 into 1 minus 4 minus 5 into 2 minus 10 into minus plus 10 plus k cap of 1 into 1 minus 2 into 2 minus 4 minus into minus plus 4. What the result? Now this will be equal to A cross B is equal to what the final? 8 plus 5 13 I cap, or you can write I cap of 13 minus 4 plus 10 6 plus 6 j cap minus j cap plus 4 plus 1 5 k cap. So this is the solution of this A cross B. Got it? Now go to your example 8. So while doing this example 8, now you read this example 8. You read this example 8. So that A and B are the vectors given, or two vectors are given and are parallel to each other. So that means you have to prove that. So to prove that, let me write this proof part. When these two vectors are parallel, as you know, one of the property of cross product, if I recall, one of the property, let me start from here, the solution. Here, one of the property of this cross product is A cross B is equal to AB sin theta n cap. This is the formula. What is the mode of A cross B? Magnitude of A cross B. You will write AB sin theta, only magnitude. Then what is sin theta? Sin theta is equal to magnitude of A cross B divided by magnitude of A, magnitude of B. This is the formula. But if they are parallel means theta is equal to 0. So parallel means theta is equal to 0 degree. So theta is equal to 0 degree means if you put the sin 0 is equal to what? Sin 0 degree equal to 0. Sin 0 degree equal to 0 means this is equal to 0. So we can say A cross B mode divided by AB is equal to 0, or the magnitude of A cross B is equal to 0, or the vector product of A cross B is a null vector. Okay, if I prove that A cross B is equal to a null vector, they are parallel, or the magnitude of A cross B is equal to 0, then they are parallel. Is that clear? So to do that, you do the cross product of A and B, find as for the same procedure, and you will find and you will prove that this cross product is a 0. So in a quick sense, already you solved how to this cross product. I will write here, not much more discussion. You will see and watch this video what I am doing. A cross B, I cap, J cap, K cap, first row. Second row, answer what is the second row? 2 minus 3, 4. 2 minus 3, 4. Clear? Then third row, minus 6, 9, minus 12. Clear? Do the cross product, right? So this is equal to I cap, I will not write anything, already you have solved this one. I cap minus 3 into minus 12, what is that? Plus 36 minus this 2, left to right, 9 into 4, 36. Clear? Then next, minus j cap. I will not write the 2 by 2 matrix here. That is the 2 by 2 matrix. I am not writing. I am just doing the multiplication. J cap, leave this column, row. 2 into minus 12, minus 24. Then minus is there, minus up. Minus 6 into 4. What is that? That is a minus 24. Minus up, minus 24. This is plus 24. Clear? Then plus k cap, plus minus plus. Then plus k cap, leave this column, this row, this column left. Left to right, 2 into 9, 18. Then minus 6 into minus 3, plus 18. What is this one? This is equal to 0 I cap, minus 0 j cap, minus 0 k cap. What is this I cap, j cap, k cap, minus 0? So we can say A cross B is equal to the null vector. This is the null vector. Or simply, or that is equal to, we can say, generally we can say this is a 0. So we prove that if A cross B is equal to 0, they are parallel. Got it? Okay. Now come to the example number 9. Find the area of the triangle determined by two vectors A and B. If you memorize that what you discuss in the properties, then two vectors are represented by the two sides, of a triangle, then the area of the triangle is equal to, what the formula? Half of magnitude of A cross B. Okay, so already we discussed that if the two vectors A and B are the two sides of this triangle P, Q, R, then what is the area of this triangle? Area of the triangle, let me write the solution. Area of the triangle is equal to half magnitude of cross product of the two vectors. That is the formula. How it is determined, already you know that. We have drawn the perpendicular, and what you have done, that is the different part. If you don't know about these things, then you go for your last videos. Then half of A cross B. So this is equal to half, okay, A cross B mode. First I will find this A cross B. So let me write first A cross B. First we find A cross B, then we will go for magnitude. So first we go for A cross B. What we will do here? Now there is a changes. There is no third component. Means I cap and J cap are there. Here also I cap and J cap. Once you know that, then you put like that. I have I cap and J cap. This K cap is not there. So I will put I cap and J cap. Clear? Next. Then the other thing is that what the coefficients are given? 3 and 4. Second row. Third, this is what? Minus 3, 7. So this is minus 3, 7. This is the determinant. Okay. So if you do this one, then what you will solve here? Now this is equal to, what you will do here? I cap, right? So when you take this as I cap, then what you are getting? Okay. So I got this one. So it is again very difficult for you because I have not written the third one. So remember one thing, generally the determinant is not written like that. You can take, it is not there, but you can take the third row, the third column is K cap, then they are both are 0 and 0. That is the form. You always take like that because the determinant is not like written like this. It is there. So if you solve more and more, then you can understand that if there is a 0, you multiply this 0 and you will get the result as 0. But for the time being, you write like this. K cap is not there. Then you solve this one. This is equal to I cap. What you will get now, you see. I cap, left this column, row, 4 into 0, 0, minus 7 into 0, 0. Okay. Then minus J cap, 3 into 0, 0, minus 3 into 0, minus of 0. Then the rest is plus k cap, you will get this one. Means what? If you left this column, this row, 3, 4, minus 3, 7 are there in k cap. This gives you a significance. A cross B, you are getting this component is 0, this component is 0, but you are getting the k cap component. Means k cap exists. A and B are the two vectors, I cap, j cap means they are in the xy plane. The two vectors are in a xy, its z component is 0. But the result A cross B gives you k cap, means it is along this direction. That is the resultant of A cross B is perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. Okay. So accordingly k cap of 7 into 3, that is 21. Then minus of minus 3, 4, that is minus 3 into 4, minus 12, minus 12 means it is plus 12. Clear? So if you solve this one, what you will get? A cross B is equal to 2 plus 1, this is 33 k cap. Got it? This is A cross B, but this is not the area. This is A cross B. Then to get this area of the triangle, half magnitude of A cross B means 33 k cap. Magnitude of this 33 k cap. What is the magnitude of 33 k cap? This is equal to half. This is the magnitude, this is a unit vector. So leave this unit vector because there are so many components. Then you take the square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square, that is that. So it is very simple, 33 cap. Magnitude is 33. So 2, 33 by 2, that is equal to how much? 16.5 unit square. What the unit is there? It's a square because it is a area. Area is in a square, or otherwise you can write 16.5 because the units are not given. You can write also this area of the triangle is 16.5. Okay, students. In the same question, if it is given that find the area of the parallelogram determined by the two vectors this and this, what you will do? Area of the parallelogram, when you find, it is not the triangle, it is the double the triangle, that is the parallelogram. This is the vector. So if I make this A here parallel to this one, and if I make the B parallel to this one, and I got this area right now, if I take the area of this portion, this is also same because it divides into two equal halves. So in this parallelogram, what is the area? What the area we got for one triangle, to get the parallelogram, I will multiply with 2. I will multiply. So area of the parallelogram is, this is the area of the triangle, I multiply 2 because two triangles gives you the parallelogram. So this 2 get cancelled. So area of the parallelogram is equal to, the result is magnitude of A cross B. So simply find the magnitude of A cross B, that is 33. The result will be, if it is a parallelogram, that will be 33. Okay, students? Now, these are the some of the examples we solved in this video. But the point is that you go to solve as much as problems to get the solution. More number of solutions. If you go or if you solve more and more problems, you will get a clear picture or clear idea about the scalars and vectors. Okay, thank you, students.